All right, time for a Brandon's freaky segment. All right, all right. So the question, fellas, could you guys be married to someone or in a serious relationship with someone who doesn't want to get freaky on the regular like you? Be what you got. Yeah, spicy segment. Yeah, spicy segment. Yeah.
Listen, man, listen. I'm saying it gotta be communicated up front. So I'm saying at least three times a week. Every other day we cool. Like, you know what I mean?
Three
Some
times a
days
week.
it may
Okay.
not be there, but
Okay.
you know what I mean? At least 3 days a week.
So
Now,
you saying not like Diddy level?
nah.
And
I mean, to each his own. To each his own.
yeah,
Like, you like what you like.
sure.
You like what you like. But
He was liking a
I
lot.
mean, at the same time, it's like you gotta have that communication. Like, that's some boundaries that you have to be set. Like when y'all first get into a relationship, like you gotta kind of
For
let your
sure.
partner know
For
what
sure.
it is. And then if it changes over time, then that's when For instance, last person I was talking to when I was up in PA,
Come on now.
like we're doing it every time we link. We having a good time. The one time I didn't want to, like I'm chill, like I'm cool, like like Ben
Yo, get off me.
Ben
Yeah.
Ben took care of that. I'm cool today.
Yeah.
She over here like, well, what's wrong? Like you fucking somebody else? Like you doing this and the fourth? I'm like, nah, I'm chilling. Like, and she's like all weird about it and stuff. I'm like, I'm cool. Like it was just one of them days where I'm just on my lazy shit. Like, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
after that day, like the relationship became a little weird because it was like it's like sex was expected every time we had it. So then that one time I didn't, it was almost like, okay, well, are you gonna be with it today? Like, and it almost became like it almost
Yeah.
became expected. Like, and like I said, like that's a conversation that y'all have to have, and we never had it. It just kind of happened. Like we just, every
Yeah.
time we linked up at the end of the night, we do what we do. Like, and then after a while, like, what I mean, it was just like, like, and if something didn't happen, she's like, oh, well, why not? Like, what's that in the fourth? And I'm just like, yo, I'm chill. I'm cooling today. Like, so I feel like three times a week is chill. We're cooling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
every day. Like, that could be like, like some days you're not just not with it, whatever. But I feel like as you get older, especially like in a marriage, like you're not gonna be doing it all the time. Like your sex drives down, whatever. Like you got the family, you got the kids, like you got work, like shit be going on. But I feel like when you're younger, like the expectation is a little bit higher, because it's like you ain't got shit going on. Like that's what we do. Like you know what I mean? Like in the female sex drive is high, male sex drive is high. Like it is what it is. Like with your parents and stuff, you probably don't. You know what I mean? They probably ain't hitting it off every night. You know what I mean? Like they've been
I ain't
to.
really trying to think about my parents and how much they
I'm just
do that
saying
stuff.
though, like your parents probably is not hitting it off every night, bro. Your parents not probably hitting it off every night and shit. You know what I mean? Like, but you know what I mean? Like I said, that's just a conversation you have to have, and like when it has to be
Yeah.
had, like sometimes it can take a turn. Like you may have to compromise, and if that person's not willing to compromise, then you may have to reevaluate the relationship. So. I just
Nah,
thought that was
true.
a pretty interesting topic. I was like, yo, I got to bring this to the
Yeah.
table because
Yeah. Yeah.
I had some situations where I'm like, damn, like I can really relate to this right now. Like, but
Yeah. Yeah.
three to four times a week, you cool. Every other day, you
All right.
chilling.
Brandon say 3 to 4 times. What you got, Shorty?
Cool.
Let me ask the original question again.
All
Make
right.
sure
So
I
the original question is: could you be married to someone who doesn't want to get freaky
on a regular or what I expect.
So on the regular is just up to interpretation. So whatever that means to you.
I'm kind of older. I've been in the game for a minute, young players.
Okay.
Nah,
Long you've
man,
been in the
like
game.
so you gotta know that you gotta understand. It's not just your girl, but you gotta understand women, bro. Women go through a lot of emotions every day, all the time. So you never know where they at with it. So the thing I would do, like, I just adjust. That's all I can do. Me, I know I don't mind going every single day until I can't no more. That's me personally. I don't mind doing that. That's what you want to
Okay.
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. But I know a lot of emotions go out through the day. Sometimes, hey, I get tired. I worked all day. I worked out. You know, I ate a good meal. Actually, I'm gonna just catch some Z's right now. I'm good. Or she been to work all day. Boss is down her throat. Pause. You know, Joy was crazy. Joy's crazy for her. She got a lot of her best friend probably, did something wild. You know, probably cheated on her man's. Now she got this heavy joint on her shoulder, and now she don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know what's going on with these, you know, with women or us as men.
Yeah,
You
for
just
sure,
never
for
know
sure.
what's going on. Like, I'm not feeling it today, or yada yada yada. But whatever. I just feel like just adjust. Just adjust. I don't think you should go. I don't think you should have to go in with that kind of conversation. Like, yo, like B was saying, like, have a conversation or stuff being communicated. I don't think that has to be communicated. It just, like, y'all should know that feeling.
Can't
Right,
know
for
a
sure.
Like,
feeling if I don't know.
you got the honeymoon, like they call it the honeymoon joint, where you all over
Yeah.
them when it first start. But like, yo, it's gonna be a time where, all right, I'm tired of this. If you had a burger 7 days straight and you got an opportunity on the eighth day to get a chicken sandwich,
A chicken
So does the
sandwich on the
chicken
eighth
sandwich mean
day?
that we're cheating?
no, I'm just saying, it's just like that's the break. All I'm saying is you taking a break. The chicken sandwich is you taking a break from those
Why
burgers.
can I just not have the burger for the night?
So the chicken sandwich is still.
That's not what I'm
Just make
saying,
sure
bro.
and then,
That's not what I'm saying, bro.
we're on the
That's
same
not what I'm
page.
saying.
The chicken sandwich is not another person. Chicken sandwich is still your
No,
girl.
it's not another person. That's the break.
So wait a
Wait.
minute. Wait a
The
minute.
chicken sandwich is the break.
I was say, wait,
All
you
right.
giving the wrong
What?
No,
advice.
the chicken sandwich. You get a burger. You get
Sometimes
a
you
burger
like a
7 days straight, and then you got the opportunity to have a chicken sandwich, which is your break.
Sometimes you
Why
look
not
around. Nah. I get you.
Okay.
Then you
Damn,
get your
Sean,
break.
what you
You get
talking
your
about?
break. You get your break. And it's like 9 times out of 10, they're gonna take your break. Like, yo, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing. I just want to take a little break. And that's
Yeah.
just from having sex that night, guys. Not going with somebody else.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I'm saying, what if your partner questions you as far as like, oh, are you cheating on me? Like, that's when you gotta have a conversation. It's not just like, oh, you just adjust. Like, they're gonna be curious of like, okay, this is how it used to be all the time.
When you say partner, are you with that
We're
person,
talking about
or are you
relationships,
just
right?
casually?
Yeah, we're talking about
Yeah,
relationships.
relationship.
So you're actually in
Oh,
a
okay.
relationship with this person.
Yeah.
But I mean, before I say what I was going to say, so what would your number be, Shawan, like for a week? 7 days straight, how many times you think is for you?
Cool with
4. All right. So B said 3, 4. Shawan said 4. Yeah. So, I mean, 4. Yeah. I mean, if you're in a relationship, of course, like anything, you would have a conversation with this person. That's straightforward, because you get into it and you don't want this person to be like, you don't want this person to look at you in a negative way for whatever you're doing, right? So when you,
How many times have y'all sat there and had a conversation with somebody? Just be honest, because
What
I
you
ain't
mean?
never in my life had a conversation about how many nights a week we gonna have sex.
well, how long? What's your longest relationship?
7 years.
7 years. Okay, and y'all never had like a conversation how often she likes it, how often you like it, or anything
Never
like
had a
that?
conversation. I
They
just
just
think we never had to have a conversation.
Yeah.
I've always adjusted because things were different.
No, yeah, that's true.
She's not coming home the same every night.
Right.
Like I said at the beginning, sure it was like that, but that's the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, time goes by. Like B used an example for PA. Is he still in PA? And it hasn't even been 7 years.
I'm just saying, how do you adjust without communicating? Like, how do you adjust without knowing what to adjust to?
Well, something like that, because you sound like you were with somebody who had a high sex drive, right, in the beginning. And that's common. Like, once you get with somebody, you're excited to see this person, you're excited to be with them and have sex with them as often as you see them. But if you're somebody who's like, all right, my sex drive ain't even that high anymore, but she's still going, especially stuff like that, the insecurity of, hey, are you cheating on me? Are you seeing somebody else or whatever? That's when you got to have that conversation, like, hey, it's not you.
Well,
It's just I'm tired.
Well, when you put it like that, I guess I never just dealt with an insecure person like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that just is what it is. You're dealing with somebody who's
Yeah.
insecure, so you
I
have
can
that
say
conversation.
that. I can say that.
Yeah.
I never dealt with an insecure person like that, so my experience from it is a little different.
Yeah.
So I've
'cause,
never had to have a conversation.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That-
And like for me, I mean, with me and my wife, of course, we're married. We're married with kids and we have full-time jobs and all that good stuff. So your boy be tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'll be tired. She'd be like, come on. I'm like, yo, I got to get up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of the things where I'm the same way. Like three times, 4 times in a week, like I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But like every day, you're not getting that. You'll never get that from me ever again. There's just not. I don't have that drive anymore. I don't have that. That's a young man's game now. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be tired, be working, the stuff like that. So my thing is, if I was with somebody in the beginning and I found out that their sex drive was high, like I feel like if we've gone for a year and it's still high, like you trying to do it every day, like the excitement of us being together has faded to an extent. Like we're still happy, but no, we're gonna have to have a conversation. Like, and they'll get the hints, especially if you're dealing with somebody who's understanding. They'll get the hints, like, oh, he don't want to do it today. You know what I'm saying? Or, they'll, like, even my wife, she'll ask, like, hey, how you feeling today? And stuff like that. And that's a real conversation that you have in real relationships. It's not embarrassing or, you just be like, oh, it's just a feeling. Like, you have to actually verbally communicate because you don't know, like Shawan was saying, you don't know what that person's going through. Sometimes it's just, I'm not in the mood. Like, yo, we just did it earlier today and you trying to do it later on today. Yo, I'm tapped out. Let me drink some water or something like that. But I'm not looking around for chicken sandwiches when I got a hamburger. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just not right now.
So you don't need a break.
Nah, yeah. You don't need a break.
One chicken sandwich, y'all.
Nigga say he'll take a chicken sandwich 3 days out the week.
Yeah. Nah, that's
Now he
funny.
don't want a chicken sandwich.
So I feel like we all on the same 3 to 4 times in a week. Yeah. So like what if you guys do it, like if it's like 2 times a week, is that too few for you, or are you just cooling off it? Because it's not like
at this age and at this stage of my life, I'm grateful.
Yeah. I'm grateful. Yeah, for sure.
I've never seen 2 days.
Yeah. Hey.
Nah, I feel like I still need that 3 or 4 piece. Like those.
Oh, you can't do 2.
I don't know. 2 is.
It's kind of
Wait. This is if we're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole conversation.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back.
You talk about you.
I'm thinking about me right now.
Yeah.
No,
I guess
if I'm in a relationship,
Yeah, and I guess for context for everybody, Brandon and Shawan are not in relationship. Are you, Brandon, in a relationship? Yeah, not in relationships, and I'm married, right? So
are you cool with
different
2
perspectives? Me? Hell yeah!
Okay,
Look,
okay.
Hell yeah, 2. And don't get me wrong, I love sex. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to do with not liking it or liking it, but I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? And I have 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's a lot running, like when we get our downtime, for me, how our relationship is, and every relationship is different, right? What works for me might not work for everybody else, but we have a lot of intimate moments, right? That doesn't involve just having sex, right? And I mean, relationships are relationships, but like one big thing that my wife and I do is we like to have crab dates, right? We get a whole bunch of crab legs. We sit down, we watch a Netflix movie, or we're in anime right now, right? We're actually watching Solo Leveling. But we'll get some crab legs together, we'll sit down, we'll watch something, and that's our intimate session. Us just being able to take a break from everything on the outside world and just have just both of us chilling and enjoying something, right? That doesn't substitute sex, don't get me wrong. We don't have no crab date and then we just like, oh, we had crabs, we ain't having sex either.
Like
you know what I'm saying? One or the other, you pick, right?
Yeah.
But that's just something we do, but it's just a conversation that you have, because long relationships should be leading to marriage. And if that is the case for you to be married, you're going to have these conversations that social media makes it seem like are taboo or shouldn't be had, or people should just know. It's the dumbest. Again, that's something we can have a conversation about.
So you don't think it's just more of adjusting? You think you do need a conversation?
It depends on who you're talking to. Like Shawan was saying, if you're dealing with somebody who's insecure, who's coming to you like that, then yeah, you're going to have a verbal communication with them. But if it's somebody who understands you, respects your boundaries, and not saying that she doesn't, but doesn't have that mindset of being insecure, and it's just like, yeah, okay, she, like, Teresa has to adjust to me, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times. And, sometimes I feel bad, but, I'll be worn out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be tired. I'll be worn out. So, she be trying to do it in like the middle of the day. I'm like, nah, you gonna put me to sleep. and then my whole day is messed
shit
up.
to
I'm
do.
gone. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I be saying that shit all the time. Like, I can't do. Like, I'm like, yo, it has to be the last thing I do for the day because I'm going to sleep
Right
after.
after.
This is all I
Lay it
got.
down.
I'm putting my all into this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. You think we just slinging this? You just getting the bare minimum? No, I'm doing what I
There's
can.
melatonin in it.
Nah, what? For both of us. Enough for the both of us.
Enough for the both of us.
Nah, shoot. I be knocking things down. It take time. Shit, my
Knocking shit down.
knock shit down. This shit. You know, just
I'm knocking shit down.
knocking shit down. And then I'm going to sleep.
Right after.
Nah, that's how it
I'm
is.
putting that
I'm
work.
telling you. Teresa be hating that. She be like, you go to sleep. I don't. Yeah, shit.
What you about to...
I'm going to sleep.
It's over.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. I don't care what you do. Well, my job is done. I completed my mission.
Right. Facts.
Mission complete. Play that the Grand Theft Auto music after you complete it. I'm asleep.
Mission complete, Drake.
Mission complete.
That's funny.
Nah, that's funny.